Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I'm gonna be playing Seablock. In the previous episode we built this awesome block. Initially it was supposed to contain not only splinters, not only polished crystal splinters, yeah these are cut and here we are polishing them, but also like shards and full crystals. However, we didn't quite have enough space for everything, as you can see. But that's okay. That is totally fine. The question actually, if we go for these splinters, where the polished ones? Where exactly are we using them? So we're using them for harmonic splinters and for speed socket board. And harmonic thingy is used for what again? Oh, for beacons. Interesting. So we need to combine them in order to have beacons. Interesting, interesting. Let's do the following. Let's add a couple of chests right here, and we'll fill them up with inserters. Oh, sorry, with these crystals. Just like this. Nice. We'll just need to limit them. I want to, you know, have them available somewhere, just in case. For example, for producing beacons, right? Since we'll need to get this harmonic crystal thingy, we might as well, you know, do something like this. We'll limit it, of course. We'll limit it, and I also would like to do the same thing here with these ones. Just like that. And they are inside the port coverage. Great. So, today, what I'd like to do, I would actually like to start producing the modules. And the thing is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether this will be working really well or not quite well. We'll see. We'll have to see. So, the modules are planned right here. And there are basically 4 stages of them. There is a stage with splinters, then there is a stage with shards, with crystals, and with diamond. Okay. We cannot get to that crystal, like to the crystal stage yet, because we actually lacking the research. So if we are looking for, right, we need large biter, we need this one, this research, to give us big biters. And this one is also giving something, it's okay. What's this puffer? So biters require puffer tech, it seems. And then only then we'll get the biter one. Okay. Let's try to get through these researches. Meanwhile, how should we proceed here? Let's take a look at this this block. So we'll require building lots of module processor board and module logic boards. We'll need a lot of them. I'm thinking, should we make these things really about... Yes, I think I should make these blocks about a particular type of the module, like PROD modules, speed modules, efficiency modules, or whatever else, or like other types of modules. Yeah, that's probably better, as opposed to having them like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Yeah. Not fully sure. I'm not fully... Oh, wait. I don't want to delete this one. I want to delete that one. Yep. And this one, probably. Let's see and think. We'll have lots of inputs coming into this block, and actually majority will be going here. Productivity model 0, right? Oh, it's a lot of solder. Like, this thing will be eating resources. It will be eating lots of resources. And what we need here, we need processor boards, module boards. So, for this thing, for module contact, we need just copper and silver plate. And for this thing, okay, we have 3 of them. We'll need gold, platinum. Oh wait, we need platinum for that. Let's do the following for now. Let's say we are not gonna get further than polished red crystals. So let's unlink all of them. Let's see, here we are going for 0. We are going for 0. Wait, okay, let's go back. Like that. We're going for 1, right? 1 per second? No, half per second maybe? What's the rate that we are going for? No, it cannot be half per second. We cannot get 27. Maybe it was 0.1. Oh. Maybe it was 0.1. Yeah, I think that's back to our normal quantities, except 5.5 processing units. That's a little bit a lot, but we'll try. We'll try to build it like this, and then we'll scale all the inputs so that we can get even more modules going. At least the build will be kind of scaled with the proper setup. So we need 3.2 and we need 0.8. Let's unlink all of that. Let's say that we're interested in 0 here for now, and we would like 0 here, because we cannot produce those things yet. So, that's everything that we need. I know I'm changing like back and forth. Model processor board, I think I'll just keep it like this, separate. Model processor board, we are not interested in that. Model logic board, we don't have it anywhere. This thing, we need 17. I'd like to remember that we actually need 17. Okay. Then diamond we don't need. Transistors, we'll need lots of transistors. And how are transistors made? So if we are making some transistors, oh, look at that, we have the biter. If we are making transistors, we'll be getting lots of them. And the modules that require transistors, for example, these ones, we kind of would want a lot, but not really a lot, because we'll be getting 4 productivity logic boards, and the inputs is like 8, 8, 4. They're like very reasonable inputs, I think. Right? So productivity logic board. Where are our modules? Here? No. It's double. Oh, in the science? No way. We don't have modules. We don't. We don't have module research. Okay, that's Interesting. I would like this one. What about this? Modules too. Pack transmission. Let's remove this for now. Let's do it like this. You know what? Let's try something different. Let's really try to use robots for this build. Yes, let's go for this. So how are we gonna do this? We will have lots of rubber ports kind of here, basically creating kind of a line that is not connected to outer rubber ports. That's the idea. We'll have lots of rubber ports kind of inside there. Well, or mostly, I guess, inside. If I wanted to limit the thing to specific block, I would have to limit my rubber ports only to here. I would have to have all rubber ports inside, but then I wouldn't have a single logistic network. I think I'd like to have a huge single one, to be honest, here. I think. I'm not actually fully sure about that. We'll see. So let's say we'll have something like that. It's gonna need lots of energy, by the way. It's gonna take lots of energy. What exactly do we need? We need to produce basic module board. Okay, let's do this. We'll have basic module board, we'll have module logic board, and we'll have module processor board. We'll have these things. We can get them from silver, gold, and lots of copper. Okay, phenolic board, fiberglass board. It's a lot, it's like red, well, not red, but it's more than yellow belt of stuff. We'll need a lot of circuits as well. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm not gonna be using routers for that. I don't think it's the greatest idea anymore. I'll try to do everything with belts. I really like playing with belts, so let's try to do it with belts. Let's start here. So this block could be getting these crystals, right? Because they will be exported here. The train will go to the left, make a turn, and it will drop things right here. So we could start consuming things right there. Let's do this. This will be a state. Okay, this one. The one that's absent right now. It's LTN requester. Okay, let's place it. This is a provider. Looking good. Here everything's looking good. This is a provider. Okay, so we'll need to build this block. Let's remove all these extras for now. And we'll go here. This block requires... Oh wow, that's a lot. That's actually lots of stuff that's needed. That's a lot of stuff. We require productivity circuit board, we are getting it. We require module case. Module case is built from aluminium and plastic bar. And we require this thing. What is happening again? No way. Okay. Let's say we did it. Right, what I was talking about. We have this process. We have 17. It's slightly different number. Okay, and here we also have 17. How exactly can we connect 17 of this with 24 of those? It's like 1 to 1. I think I'll just build 24. I think that's gonna be easier. We'll have like 24 things. Let's double check. This thing we have, phenolic board, I believe we have, silver plates, copper plates, plastic bar. It's all there. Aluminium plate will be there. Red splinters, we'll get them. Transistors, electronic components. Module contact. Circuit, insulated wire. We are not making insulated wire, at least I don't think so. How can we get it? We get it from tin copper wire and rubber. And that's the only place where I will be consuming tin copper wire. I am not sure about this, to be honest. I'm really unsure about that. Okay, and this thing. Module main board. This one, module main board. What's the issue with this? Oh, I see. So we'll have to have like this processes and the wire as well. Will we need wire for everything else? Okay, so we need, we already went through this here. This part doesn't seem to need wire, this one doesn't seem to need wire. So is it really that the wire is needed only for this block? Because if it is, yes, it seems to be the case. If it is the case, then I would just build it right there, right on site. Let's see, module contact. This is pretty straightforward. I think let's move it like this. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be really tricky, but also kind of fun, I think, to design this. We have a lot of inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see, we have 15 inputs. 15. That's a lot. That is a lot. However, most of them are needed in low quantities. The only ones that are needed in low quantities are tin copper wire and rubber. And the thing is, we don't need to actually take them. Like, we can build them right near our houses, I think. Might be better. Let's try actually doing that. So what I was thinking about here is that this is input, right? So if it's input, we need to add transformer. Oh, like this. We need to add connection. So what I was thinking about is that we could build them, let's say, like right here. We could use this for this too. And no, it doesn't work like that. It's okay. We'll move it to the side. We'll move it to the other side just like this. So we'll have output like that, and we'll merge these things. And then we'll have stack inserters working and filling those. We can speed them up by like adjusting their angle a little bit. So that's what I was kind of what I thought about this part, producing insulated wire. So we have lots of insulated wire. Then we need to have this line, or let's say this line, 48. How many do we have here? We can fit 30. Okay, 24. So we can produce 24 here. We'll need only solder, that's okay. Insulated wire, that's okay. We basically have like 2 lines of it. Electronic circuit, sure, that's fine. We can actually merge solder and electronic circuit. And the only thing that's needed is module contact. And module contact can be produced right here from a bit of copper and a bit of silver, and we don't even need that many of like with many materials. So if basically are building, let's say 8, so we need 6.6, we'll go for 8, and we need silver plates and copper plates. Let's say we'll request those right here. And we can also request on the side here, what do we need? We need solder and electronic circuits. We could get them here and here. And we can, in theory, kind of mix them like that. Right? Like that. We can actually mix them and send them over there. So if these things are sent up there, so we're getting, what we're getting here? We're getting electronic circuits, we are getting solder, and we are getting insulated wire. We just need to add a little bit of module contacts. Okay, let's try. Let's say we will bring this thing right. How should we do it? Okay, we could say like 1, 2 maybe. Should we make it like really close? Let's give it some space, like this. So that's one input that we want. This thing will be moved, I guess, there. This line will have. Oh, we don't even have. We do not even have the recipe for that. No, no way. We should have recipe for this thing. Okay, we do. We'll have this part. There, we'll have inserters, like really fast inserters, placed like that. Or maybe even stack inserters. No, regular inserters should be fine. Regular inserters, I feel, should be completely fine for that. We have a similar thing here, I guess. Well, the question is, how are we gonna take the output from there? This thing is producing not a lot of productivity model 0 cable harness. And these 3 items are given from the outside, so we basically need just one thing, given on this side essentially, and the output, like even this line, it could be like a shared line right there. Okay, let's change this. Let's make it look a little bit nicer, maybe. Move it up a tiny bit, or maybe like this. Like that. Right, let's see. So this is one input. We could have pretty much exactly the same thing over there. We'll need to change this to long inserters, like that. And this should work. And we'll change these ones as well to the long ones. So we'll have basically this thing going there. We'll need the input right there, and we can actually mix, like merge these two together. Let's connect the power. So here's the power. We can merge these things together like that and bring it all up there with inserters, giving these things something, and then we'll be taking that output and just bringing it up there. Can even move this a little bit higher, like one up and one to the left, like this. Alright, and since we moved to the left, we have to move this thing to the left as well. Okay, great. So, here is one half of the process. We'll need to copy this. Okay, this is gonna place stuff in the middle. Good. We'll copy all of that and paste it a couple of times. And actually, now that I think about it, I'd like to swap the sides here. I'd like the side to be... I would like them to be kind of balanced on each side, even though I'll be using two lines of that. I still want each side to be balanced in order that, like, if the consumption of this belt ends up to be uneven, I want both sides to equally unload the items from the from here, from this warehouse. So, with that done, let's copy this part and let's swap it like this. We switch the side, bit from left to right. Okay, good. Now, wait, this kind of needs to go like that. Now the question, do I want to bring this from below or from above? Because I think we just built this thing right now. And obviously this thing. I think I would prefer to have this actually coming from below. Like that. Oh, maybe even a little bit lower. Maybe even like that. I mean, it's not like the space is really used for anything. I guess it could be used for something. Right. I'm changing my mind again. We'll leave just a little bit of room, like this. So this will go in the opposite direction. This is the output of this process. And it will come from here. Okay, great. Now, what we need? We need to bring these things right there, just like that. And this line should go here. Let's start requesting something. What's the name of this? Say it's modules. And this specific part is about... where are the modules? Are they here? I don't know where the module is. Oh, right, we have another tab for that. Great. So this specific part is productivity module 0, right? That's what we are building here. Okay, great. So we have prod module 0. And this will be the output. So I guess we should rename it. This will be prod module. What are the modules? This is output. Okay. Good. I think. Let's give this thing some power connections, like that maybe. And let's request materials. So what exactly do we need? We need tin copper wire and rubber. Let's request them. Or, you know, it's okay. Let's do it with regular plates, not with sheet coils. It's okay. We can always like rethink the part and maybe switch some things a bit later. Right, what was it again? It was rubber, right? This rubber. We want lots of it. Let's say, oh, and we'll have a lot of materials here. Let's say we're limited to 100, maybe. And the request stack threshold will be like 15. So we need this stuff. We need tin copper wire. Let's get it. Tin copper wire. Also 100 stacks, right? That's what we are going for. Tin copper wire. We need copper and silver. So let's request copper and silver. And we want 100 stacks each. And one thing. Oh, wait. 100 stacks. And one thing that we really need to do, we need to say that this is taken copper and this one is taken silver for this process. And with that, we should have PROD modules 0 cable harness ready. Right, and here, what do we need? We need something else. We need solder and electronic circuits. So let's ask for solder. I'm gonna do it here. Solder, it's 100. And we need, well, we'll need both electronic circuits and advanced circuits. So might as well ask for both of them. Let's do that. So here we'll have electronic circuits, 100. And we'll ask for advanced circuits also, 100. So this part will be, this is solder and green circuits. This part is also green circuits and solder. We can merge them, and this should work, I believe. We should be getting the output right now if we enable this whole thing, because I completely forgot to do that. Right, now that we have this, what else do we need? We need to get ferric chloride solution. We need to figure out how to get it. Before that though, we're interested in, so this thing, basic module board, will go directly into productivity circuit board, and we'll have 24 of this. Let's just try and understand how it could look. So we could have like 2 of this. They require this board, right? They require this board. That should be maybe easy to get. And this board. This board can be built right there. The other board, in theory, could be built on the other side. Right, let's see. So it could be delivered like this. This one could be delivered like this. The proportions are not actually great. Unless we make this 32. Do we have space for 32? But even if you make space for 32, it's still not exactly awesome. Or is it? 25. No, 32 is too much. We are not doing that. We are not going for 32. That means that we'll need to have basically a dedicated electronic assembly machine here and a dedicated one here. Let's try to do that. So we'll have them here. Same for this one, we'll need to have 2. Okay, we are producing some stuff. What about module researches? Modules 2. This sounds good. Maybe this one first, and then speed module, and then this thing. Because we actually wanted these modules. We want this thing to be in some of our buildings, right? So we got to remember that this part assumes we'll have the modules, and I think our fish here and some of the buildings right here, they assume that they will be sped up. Okay, so we're building this part. It requires cable harness, we have it. This thing, we basically will bring it. They'll need module case, they don't have it yet. And they'll need productivity circuit board, we'll build it right there. You know what? I think it might be better to have this coming separately. Okay, let's focus on this one. We want this thing to be built in line. And we need this part. Let's say this one and this one. We'll also need a lot of basic electronic components and a lot of transistors. You know what? I'm gonna change my mind. Electronic components. Transistors. Let's move this above. So this is needed for this one, and transistors are also needed for the same one. I don't want to be belting those things, because it's a lot, right? 32 compared to this, so it's just not worth it. 32 compared to this, it's kind of the same, but it saves, well, actually transistors could be belted, but I don't want to belt 32 of anything. Maybe I should. Maybe I actually should. So if we want to build these things in place, we can actually do this. We could have this thing built here, this one here, and we'll just connect them. Well, it was the second one, it was supposed to go here. We'll just have lots of, you know, maybe even stack inserters, because why not? They're a little bit faster. So we'll have lots of inserters here. This part, the basic electronic component part, it wants, okay, this one with the wafer wants to have a wafer. Let's give it a wafer. So we could do something like this. We could say that this part is going here. This one is going here. We have a wafer production. Where are wafers? Here are wafers. They could be produced. If you place them there, would it make sense? I'm not sure. We could have like wafer production right there. And for wafers we need only monosilicon. You know, we could actually belt this because it's just two things, two assembly machines. Let's say we'll just build wafers like somewhere outside of that. So let's go again. Let's check again what exactly we need. This part, this line, it needs solder, polished red crystal splinter, and basic module board. Basic module board will be produced here. So we'll have like a line or something that will be giving us lots of basic module boards. We'll also need a similar thing, like very, very similar, for the green board, right there, because they are super similar. Move them a little bit afar of that part. Good. Now, both of them require copper plates. Both of them require phenolic boards. Do we have phenolic boards? No, we don't. How are we making phenolic boards? And why we don't have them? I think that's the question. So we Wait, this is a different. This is fiberglass board. Phenolic board is probably produced right here. Alright, that's why we don't need this. Actually, now that we look, now that I see this, we might want to change this to paper. Interesting. What's the status of our second build? We are super short on wood. We don't have enough wood. So wood is actually a problem for us now. Probably don't want to produce that stuff from wood. Let's do this from paper, because at least paper we can scale, right? Paper we should be able to scale. Let's go here. Let's say we want this stuff. Wait, resin. I will like bring in resin in here. Right, we are. Interesting. And these boards will produce from paper this time. So that requires quite a lot of assembly machines to get the wooden boards from paper, actually. Interesting. And we need this thing, phenolic board. We need it for both of this, right? So we need it for this 17 and we need it for this. And the ratio is probably like 50-50. Like half here, half here. Oh wait. It needs to go through this phenolic board process. I don't know. I'm not sure I like this, but okay, let's do this. We need to have it anyway. We need to have the stuff. Like there is lots of stuff that just needs to be done. So let's just do this. Let's say we're just producing lots and lots of boards. So we'll have paper given maybe from here. Like from here, that's a pretty good spot. I think like that. Or maybe even like that. So we'll have paper delivered right here. And like this. Like that, let's say. Go up, so this will be our paper, and we'll need what? We'll need 15, or let's say 16 of this. That was 16, right? No, that was 21. It's quite a bit more. 16. We could even bring it a little bit higher, to be honest. Because why not? Why not? Why don't we bring it a little bit higher? And now from there we'll bring it back. And we will... Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Do something like this. I will switch the recipes, we'll kind of fix all of these things soonish. So we'll have lots of boards coming from there. Now that we have the boards, you know what I'm thinking about? We could potentially make things a lot easier if we were to produce the boards right here and export boards instead of paper, because this way we can also speed up like this process where our green circuits produced. This process, like it's having issues. It's having issues. Let's do this. Let's have this build, this thing actually happening over there. And the ratio here is 2:1. Okay, good. So that means that we could have lots of these things. Do we need to export paper? That's the question. Let's see. Paper. Paper. We need paper for wire. Protective scaffolding is almost nothing. Wooden board, wires. Okay, so we do not actually need to export the paper here. I think that's pretty good. Kind of thing that we realized. We don't need to export it, but we do need to export lots and lots of wood. And I'd like to do it using a completely separate kind of line of paper. Coming here. Right, like that. Well, not even like this, I guess like this. Wait, what's happening? Yes, like this. I'd like to have some of it coming there. And I guess some of it could come there. Have a split. Okay, we'll figure this part out later. So this is one, half the process. Well, it's looking pretty good. We'll have things returned up there or from below, actually. And I think all of this needs to be removed. Yeah, I am gonna remove all of this because it just doesn't look as good as it used to. Right, so we'll have something stuff on that side. And well, the problem is that we don't really have lots of space here, so how about we remove these two lines and kind of make it go like this, maybe. Okay, like that. This seems to be better. And then you don't need the splitter. Just bring in everything and getting it to the side. Okay. This is looking okay, in my opinion. We will have this connection. It just will be exporting another item. It will not be exporting the paper, it will be exporting like the other thing. We can pretty much copy this, I think, and we can place it right here. I mean, it would look a bit strange. We could move it a bit higher, like here we cannot. We could place it here, or here, like right here. I think that's pretty good spot. Let's just do it. We'll just do it. We'll bring alright. We'll have something like that. Okay, awesome. And we'll bring everything back using pretty much the same process that we used before that. Okay, great. Now the only difference is that here we'll be checking for the board, right? For the boards. Where are the boards? This one's wooden boards. Good. We have 50,000 of those things of the paper. That's not great, but it's also not that bad. So now we have a lot of wooden boards that we're producing. We're basically consuming all paper that we can consume on that. Let's see. And we'll need some inserters. Right, almost forgot about this. So we'll have some inserters. We'll fix the... We don't need this one, do we? Okay, we kind of do. We'll fix the placement a little bit. I mean, we don't even need to fix it. Yeah, we don't need to do anything because the usage here is symmetrical due to the splitter. The consumption is kind of even, so we do not actually need to do anything in addition to that. We don't need to like change the orientation of the inserters. 1, 2, 3. I think like that. That's a lot of paper. The usage is almost symmetrical. It's not quite actually. It's not quite. How can we improve it? Do something like this. Say this is going here. It will balance out, and then we'll connect the thing to there. Okay, we can do it now. Here is the connection. Here is the limit. Okay, this should work. This should give us a lot of wooden boards, and we can scale this part. That's the best part. We just copy it, and suddenly we scale this whole build. Now let's fix our green circuits, because yeah, this is not great. We want them to consume all the paper first, I think, and then once they consume the paper, then we'll change this, right? So we'll basically switch this inserter to insert things directly in here, and we'll need, I guess, this inserter. Okay, we'll readjust this. This should be straightforward. Should be really simple change. Let's get back here. Is this working? Are we getting the wood? Yes, we are. The paper. We are sending out the paper, and I'd like to lower the threshold maybe like to 50. I want all that paper to be gone. I just want all that paper to be removed. 50 is like how much? 50 threshold, 50 stacks times 200, it's 10,000. So we have a lot now. We have a lot. And let's do the following. Let's say the green circuits, these ones, would like to have 500 stacks. So now we should get a train that takes all the paper and delivers it to green circuits. I think. Right? We asked for 500 stacks, didn't we? What's the problem? Alerts. What's going on? Unscheduled cargo. We got some extras. Cretinium. Oh no. I think something broke. No setup, but it's okay. Okay, and we are getting now. We're supposed to get, I think, everything from here. Let's double check. Okay, let's take a look. We are not actually able to fully consume that amount of paper. Yep, we are not able to. That's not great. However, we might be able to do something like this. We might be able to like copy it and start consuming it from this side as well. Let's scale. We are basically scaling a little bit our paper production. Right, like that. Okay, like this. Let's try that and see whether this works or not. And we could also potentially copy this thing a little bit further down. I mean, we don't really have lots of space to scale this particular part, but why not? Right, the alerts. Okay. Crushed Cretinium. It seems like we we are not able to put all Cretinium on the chain or something. Oh no, we still have 10,000 remaining. That's bad. Let's say provide threshold 20. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that we didn't get everything that we wanted. Okay, let's go for 700. We just want like all of that. And maybe we should check what exactly is happening here. Right, it was from like some geode station. The problem is that I don't actually know which of them. So, alright, what we could do, we could say, we take a look at geode station, and we need to make sure that each has this is input. We want outputs, and we want to make sure that each of them has locked slots. So this one has like locked slots. All of them have locked slots, it seems. Interesting. Should be working fine. We shouldn't really be getting some Cretinium leftovers. You know what? It's fine. Let's say we are fine with that. We are fine with that. Like our design doesn't really care. Like if we have a little bit of like things in warehouses, it still works. So it's okay. Usually what this happens, you know, when there are power shortages. Yes, that's when inserters are unable to put like the last thing on the belt. Oh, sorry, not on the belt, in the warehouse. And then you're experiencing exactly these kinds of issues. Okay, we are... Oh, look at that, we got all of this. Great, now we can get it back to 150 probably, to save on train traffic. This thing now has a lot of paper. We can actually go here and remove this whole paper. Requirement, we have what? We'll have 50,000 pretty much. We can remove paper, and we could say that we are actually interested in wooden boards and not in the paper. And we'll get some wooden boards brought to us kind of directly, and when that happens we'll have to change the spot. Basically, once we run out of paper completely, like everywhere here, we'll have to switch this a little bit, and we'll have half of the build consuming the wooden boards, another half actually getting it from wood. Right. This thing, on the other hand, like this part is completely not needed, right? Because we said that we are not going to be requesting paper here. We're actually going to be requesting wooden boards. We also want probably like 200 of them or something, right? Why is this thing not working? We need electronic sockets. Right, we are not getting those yet. That's... oh. This doesn't look nice. I want to change this. I want it to look like this. Definitely. Yep, this is much nicer. This is much nicer. Let's double check that the ratios are correct. So what we built? We built this part, 14 assembly machines producing wooden boards. We actually built not 14 but 48 plus 28, so it's a bit more, and we have some space here. No, we don't, because we are consuming all of this already. But we could do something with this paper and in theory build like another line here. So it might be doable. Might be doable. But we have lots of wooden boards, right? Wooden... oh, I don't want to look at this. I want to look at production. Wooden board. If you look at the production, then over, let's say, 1 hour, it jumped from 1.6 to 6,000. If you look at longer time periods, okay, this is not looking great, but I think it was because of the wood. We were producing it from the wood, and we didn't actually have enough wood. It spiked here only because it wasn't like running before that. I think that's how it worked, because we are having huge wood shortages now. And we cannot scale wood because of this whole trees thingies, and I don't want to figure out how to grow trees from nothing. Because I don't think it's needed. Like, this build is awesome. It can produce us a lot of wooden boards. We could even potentially repurpose another copy of this build just for wooden boards, because then we could rearrange this whole thing slightly. Like, for example, this pipe, I would probably let it run like over here instead of here. Anyway, let's see. So, what we did today. I would like to stop here, actually. I got slightly sidetracked, but the important part is that we built productivity module, like PROD module 0 cable harness. It doesn't sound like much, like what we did. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm actually glad that we kind of figured out at least how to revive and like improve our green circuit production, because right now it's like definitely experiencing some shortages, some issues. You can kind of clearly see that it's not working as well as it probably should have. Actually, if we look at the brown circuits, basic circuits, they require one wooden board. Interesting. I'm just thinking, do we need to scale this part, the paper part? And I'm almost sure that we do, actually. Okay, that's okay. Right. Let's take a break here. Thanks everyone for watching. Let's say thanks again. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers.